dun, 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 dun. Hey, goodbye. Yeah, it's that time. It's that time. Conversations with T. Nathan. Greetings, salutations. Y'all come on in. Welcome. Welcome. Uh-oh. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, goodbye. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Hey. Oh, man. All right, let's see. Let's wait and see. Are we gonna catch up? Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah. Am I live yet? Mm. Oh, I'm live. My bad. I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here like, did I go live? Did I go live? I think I'm live. I think I'm live. Yeah, I'm live. Guess I glad I wasn't picking boogers out my nose or something. Mm. Ah, what's up, Petra? Like I say, I'm glad I wasn't picking boogers out my nose. Yeah. Greetings, salutations. I know what time it is. Welcome to the hottest show, the hottest ticket in town. You are now listening to let's see, the Mad TV. You are now listening to Conversations with T Nathan TV. Yeah, okay. I'll get somebody to sing a jingle. Greetings, salutations. How y'all doing? Welcome to Conversations with T. Nathan. I hope all of you all are well. Hope you all had a good day. I hope your life is going well today. Um, Welcome to Conversations with T. Nathan on this, the 15th day of January 2025, the 96th birthday of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who was born on this date in 1929. It amazed me. Did you all see any posts for Dr. King today besides mine? I think it's interesting. I didn't, I wasn't on TikTok a lot. I was just wondering, did anybody see any posts in reference to Dr. King today, except mine? Just on Twitch now? Well, you left. What do you mean you just on Twitch now? What's up, Craig Long? What do you mean you just left Twitch now? What do you mean you just on Twitch? Do you have mod powers on Twitch? You have mod powers on Twitch, Chief of Security? What's up, Cam? I see you. Okay, just checking. I wasn't sure if you did. But Chief Security's on Twitch. Are you gonna stay up with us tonight and watch Den of Thieves 2? Yes, Den of Thieves 2 is the movie. Yeah, I'm on my main page on Twitch. I miss seeing you on TikTok, bro. We may not see eye to eye, but I believe you're a good person. Hey, don't finish that sentence. I am a villain. Anti-hero at best. I'm a villain or an anti-hero at best. Because at the end of the day, good people will sacrifice their communities for one or two people. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not doing that. Not sacrificing my community for the good of one person or two people. And when I say outside of my community. Yeah, I'm not running into a burning building and saving bigots and racists. Matter of fact, I probably was the one who started the fire. But yeah, so I don't think I can qualify as a good person. Yeah. What's up, Jason? How you doing? Nephew in the house. The nephew tonight after the show, we will be watching Den of Thieves 2. Den of Thieves 2. And I hope y'all enjoyed Den of Thieves 1. It's a heist movie, and y'all know me. I'm a sucker for a good heist movie. I'm a sucker for a good movie that involves shooting, action, and stealing government money. I'm there. I'm Yeah, don't judge me. Don't judge. Yes, I'm drinking out the container. Yes, lemonade. Mm. Anybody who knows me knows that my first option is always going to be lemonade. Yes, I'm always going to be drinking lemonade. If you ask me what I'm drinking, it's most likely lemonade or some combination or Kool-Aid. And don't ask me what flavor if I drink Kool-Aid. I drink Kool-Aid by the color. Yeah, all I can tell you is what color it is. Yeah, what color of Kool-Aid do you like? That's the need. That's like I might be in the mood for something green one day, something purple one day, but yeah, I drink Kool-Aid by the flavor. I mean by the color. Yeah. So, all right. Getting into several things before we go to bootleg movie night. After the show, but yeah, interesting day. Interesting day. I watched some more confirmation hearings today. Marco Rubio was in the hot seat. Pam Bondi was in the hot seat, and four others that are insignificant. Well, not insignificant, but listen, I had to tell somebody today the they don't need one Democratic vote to get any of these people confirmed. Just thought I'd tell y'all, all of y'all, 5 day count to the Democrat plan. They don't need one. They don't need one Democratic vote to confirm any of the people that Donald Trump has nominated for these positions. And I think Pete Hegseth is going to be confirmed. I think everybody I've seen so far is going to be confirmed. I think the only problems with they might and I got to see the confirmation hearing and see if they sucked Donald Trump's penis as much as they did in the last 2 days. But if they do, everybody's confirmed. If they don't, maybe Tulsi Gabbard and maybe John F. Kennedy Jr. Yeah, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. I'm sorry, John F. Kennedy Jr. dead. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. It'd be just like them to confirm a dead man, right? Yeah, I know. So yeah, there is that. But I have a question, and tell me, is this only me? Yeah, I got to get my drink in before the. See, take the whole bottle, cause the crumb snatcher is will be lurking, and yeah, mm-mm. Crumb snatchers have started developing a taste for my lemonade. Can't have that. Crumb snatchers are developing a taste for my lemonade. What's up, nephew? What's up? Uh, Well, wait, did you see Mike Johnson fire the Republican guy from the National Security Committee? Yeah, because I wasn't. He didn't really fire him. He just removed him from the committee. Yeah, he's still a congressman. It's all good. I was just telling people that I had to. They were looking at me drink out the. I know someone. Is he gonna put that back in the refrigerator? No. Let me tell you, it could be full and I would still be it's still getting all its lemonade. It's all going to be consumed. I open these as I intend to drink them. And like I say, I gotta consume quick. Cause like I say, crumb snatchers are developing um a taste for lemonade. Yeah. Yeah. I can't find one they don't like. It's like no, y'all don't you drink lemonade. Y'all drink all this other stuff. Now you drinking lemonade? Oh no, we can't afford. We can't afford my lemonade habit and theirs. Yeah, some got to go. So yeah, I'm working on a way to turn them off of lemonade. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. So anybody have any suggestions? Let me know. But yeah, I was talking today about Dr. King's birthday. For all of y'all who didn't know, today is Dr. King's birthday. And you know how MAGA supporters and other crazy people were being delusional, and some Democrats too. So I can't believe. Listen, it's the same phrase and it means something different. Dr. King's birthday. Donald Trump is getting sworn in. I can't believe it. Now, think about that from both sides, right? Yeah. And I saw this and I was like, why are people delusional? Both sides. One is celebrating it, one is whining about it. Dr. King's birthday is today. Yes. Say it with me slowly. Dr. King's birthday is today, January the 15th. All right. He would be 96 years old, as I said earlier. Monday is the day that the United States government set aside to commemorate his birthday. Yeah, I was advocating if you're going to celebrate his birthday, I've always advocated it should have been the day of his birthday, no matter what day that falls on. Christmas is not is a variable holiday, so is Easter. So why? What's the big deal? If it falls on a Monday, it falls on a Monday. If it falls on a Tuesday, it falls on a Tuesday. If it falls on a Saturday or Friday, it falls on a Saturday or Friday. But I was listening to these people and I just got tired of it. I was like, y'all just don't know what y'all talking about, right? Because Dr. King's birthday is today. And then I started to realize, looking back over social media, and I was realizing most people don't talk about Dr. King's birthday on his birthday. They talk about it on the day the government tells them to talk about it. I thought that was interesting. I also have always thought it was interesting that people like take off from school or other things like that. Dr. King, a day of service for adults, if you were taking off to do a day of service in honor of Dr. King, that'd be one thing. But Dr. King wouldn't have been for you. He wouldn't have been like, oh, the children should be out celebrating my birthday. No, he said the ass need to be in school. Yeah, they need to be in school. You need to be teaching something on my day if you want to commemorate it. So, um, tell them it's good for them. It's healthy. Send me all the lemonade to save it. Nope. Yep. Yeah, I like Reese's. I like Reese's, but yeah, it doesn't matter when you have a track, you have a track and a soccer player. They all for healthy. Yeah, they all for healthy. And since it's all natural lemonade, and I can't even tell them it's like artificial flavors and colors. Calypso is real lemonade. Another thing, Calypso is real lemonade. It's not even. It doesn't even have aspartame in it. It's made with real sugar. So there is that. So can't even tell them that. Ah, crumb snatchers. Why did I raise them to be so intelligent? Mm. There's a lot to be said for um, should yeah, if I go there, people gonna be like, I can't believe he said that. Yeah, I can't believe it. Yeah, I need to control. Calypso is so good. Right, Galactus Princess, welcome. Technically, it is real eliminate. They shouldn't be having it and they go out in the sun. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. Not gonna work. Not gonna work. None of that works. I'm just gonna have to I'm just gonna have to get a separate refrigerator and put a lock on it. And it can't even be a combination lock because they'll figure that out. It's gotta be it's gotta be a eye scan, a retinal scan, fingerprint scan, and a key. Yeah. Anything less than that, and all my lemonade is gonna be gone. All the lemonade will be gone. Fucking around with crumb snatchers. Yeah, hyper intelligent little motherfuckers. I don't know who they take after. Anyway, moving right along. So yeah, today is Dr. King's birthday. There is that. Michelle Obama's still not going to the inauguration. There is that. Um, don't you wish you had more people in the Democratic Party? If you're going to have the Democratic Party, at least like Michelle Obama and Jasmine Crockett. Yeah, and Hakeem Jeffries is all right. So now, for now, if I see him do a lot of compromising, I'm gonna kick his ass too. But yeah, I like fact. I like the fact that Michelle Obama said, "I'm not showing up at no inauguration. I don't care who y'all are." I love it. It is. I want all your calypsos. Nothing will stop me. Yeah, Jason, a lot will stop you. You're easier to stop than the crumb snatchers. I could beat you up and feel no. I could beat you up and not feel like I was abusing a child. Yeah, leave. Nope. I will beat you up over my what's up, Rain? What's up, Rain? I would be Jason up over my calypsos, y'all. See, the crumb snatchers, they can't get beat up. I can hold them upside down for a while, but I'm not gonna drop them or beat them up. And they're gonna be drinking my lemonade upside down anyway during this entire process, so that defeats the purpose. But Jason, I would throw over a balcony and then drink my little calypso, and I run down and catch him before he hits the ground because he's so light. He's so light. He probably be floating by the time I get to the bottom after I finish the calypso. He'll be all right. I took scam karate. I win. Yeah, yeah. You took scam karate. I took real jiu-jitsu. Not a fight. Not a fight. But yeah, I stand with Michelle Obama, and I believe a lot of other Democrats should have skipped the inauguration too, if they had backbone. But they don't have backbone. It's a kumbaya moment, and I'll be watching you all kumbaya with them. Um, Also, let me ask you if this sound. How does this sound? How does this sound? How does it sound for me to say, "Hey, I am no longer involved with"? I'm gonna pick something like, I don't want to be too extreme because people miss the point. Say you have people that have implicit biases, right? A group of people have implicit biases. You try talking to them, they still are rooted in their implicit bias, and you say, you know what? I'm going to protest your group. I'm going to protest you all and your implicit biases until you get it right. And I proceed to protest you all by going and joining the Klan. That's my protest. My protest is I'm going to not deal with your implicit biases until you learn better. And in the meantime, I'm going to go and praise the Klan and join the Klan as a protest move. Would that sound How does that sound? Just somebody tell me, how does that sound? And y'all know I'm up to something. So answer my question so I can bring it back and hurry up and land this plane. I would not go if it was across the street. Nobody should show up for the inauguration. That's true. But answer my question now. If that was the scenario I gave you that I'm going to do, I'm protesting implicit biasness by joining the Klan. It is, or going to, or for me, or for, I'm going to where the Klan are putting on the show to support the Klan. That's better. I'm not supporting your implicit bias, and it could be worked on, but I'm going in support the Klan. That's better. I like that. What would y'all think? What would you think? Your orange juice. Nope, I drink this calypso. It's lemonade. You're protesting. No, say it ain't so. Good evening. I've seen people posting about going dark on all media apps by signing out. Yeah, yeah, I see that too. I see that too, Rain. Don't believe it. But back to my scenario. What would you all think? What does that sound rational to protest simple implicit? And I say simple because implicit biases we can work on. We can work with implicit biases. There's a way out. But I'm saying until you all get it right, I'm going to support the Klan. I want somebody to stay on topic here with me. Stay focused with me for a minute. What does that sound? Does that sound rational? All right, I moved on past the inauguration for right now. I'll come back to it, but I'm going somewhere with this. I need somebody to put some input onto what I'm asking. Please? I said please. Yeah, I want some input. I want some input. I know GCPR, and sometimes I think my foreign audience gets it more than a lot of other people do because they stay on focus. But I digress. They follow me around all these turns. I get now that we have emails. I get some great emails from my foreign audience on GCPR. But it seems like, yeah, that's one of my complaints of American audiences. They don't really focus as well as other people. I don't know what it is, but I digress. So, yeah, that don't make sense. I only heard half the conversation, so I got nothing. All right, let's start over. This is it, and it's not. You heard all of it because I repeated it while you were here. It's not really deep. This is only about. This is about something else. But my scenario setup is that if I had a group of implicit people who suffered from implicit biases, and I get frustrated with that group, or that group does something. Now, implicit biases, you can teach and you can learn your way out of implicit biases because that's usually based on your bullshit ass grandparents teaching you some bullshit as a child and you thinking it's real because children trust adults in that study. So you can work on implicit biases. Say my means of saying I'm protesting this group of implicit bias people by going and joining and supporting, no, by supporting the Klan. I'm not going to support you because of your implicit bias, and I'm going to leave. And my protest to you and your implicit biases is to go support the Klan. Does this sound? Does it sound anywhere near um, right? It's the ADA teaching me. No, hubby was bothering me. Yeah, don't drag me into the hubby bothering you. Look, I am not, because I have a tendency to bother mine all the time during the most inconvenient moments. On the telephone with some of her friends, I'm bothering her. Yeah, so don't drag me into that. I am not going down that road with you. All black and brown, yellow, red people who voted for Trump getting ready to see who Trump is. You're new here, user social security numbers, aren't you? You're new here. You're new. I understand. You're new here. Oh, okay. But anyway, right. Thank you, Hey Truth, J Truth. That sounds doesn't make any sense. Period. That's how I feel when you all talking about you all leaving TikTok and going to Red Note. Yeah, that's how I feel. That's what I'm. That's the same. That's the same thing I think of when you all say y'all leaving TikTok to go to Red Note, and is a protest move. I'll be looking at y'all. I'll be like, that's your protest? I see why we haven't gotten anywhere in the last 400 years. That's your idea of a protest move? To you thumbing your nose? It's like, I'm literally watching people that are cutting off their nose to spite their face. That's how I feel when I look at this. I'm like, and then the justifications I get, I'm like, but did you read the terms of service? Y'all talk about TikTok. The TikTok algorithm right so doesn't put my content out there, but TikTok I can put my content out. It's still there. You can come by and see it if you do the work. But you don't go into an app that basically will ban anything to do about political, social justice, or LGBTQ issues. And I had this person tell me, well, I see gay people on there. I say, you see gay people on there. Yeah, this person is gay. I say, were they talking about an issue affecting the LGBT community or doing a dance? I'm like, oh, we can't be that stupid, can we? We cannot be that stupid. We're listen. I just find it so amazing. I'll deal with X. X, my content is still on X. It just you can see it. That's what gets me. It's the difference between having content that's there. Yes, is my content not um is TikTok algorithm friendly? Yes, but I'm not TikTok algorithm friendly. But my content is there. I've worked around how to keep it there. And all you have to do is come see it if you're really about that life. But you can't even go see my content on Red Note because it's not allowed. I mean, like, are we that desperate for social media validation that we're willing to go to an app and use the excuse that, oh, well, they got so it's TikTok, but it's just no, it's not just TikTok. It's not, and that's a crazy way to protest. It is a crazy way to protest to go join an app that literally engages in outright suppression to the point of suppressing content. Like you can't even talk about Tenement Square on there. You understand that? You're going to an app. You can't talk about the historical input of the country. And I don't know if you know anything about Mao Zedong, but Red Note is literally named after Red Book, Mao's Little Red Book, the Communist Manifesto of cultural suppression. They called it the Cultural Revolution, but that was the time when Mao took office and he suppressed a lot of cultural expression and free will of people. And Red Note is literally. I'm like, oh my goodness. I was like, we're doomed. I realize society is doomed because I look at all these people right now. I was like, don't you all realize they're going to the Chinese algorithm, the Chinese terms of service are not going to change. You realize that, right? But I realize, like I say, I guess it's like I don't know what it's like. I guess people need escapism. So y'all have y'all escapism, but stop coming to me and telling me that it's about this and that when I'm looking at you like that's crazy. And yeah, that's not a thing. That's not a thing. That's how I feel. I feel like it's a difference in protesting or trying to deal with implicit biases, but I get frustrated when they talk about they don't get it quick enough, and then I'm just gonna go dive into supporting the Klan. So I just think it's funny. I think it's funny that I do think the whole argument about data is hilarious to me because we've been giving our data to social media companies, credit card companies, and all these other, and then to listen to the arguments that they were making about data, like they don't know who Rick Ames is or any of the other spies that have that have spied against America in its history. Like they did it from a point of view of being involved with Americans, and I'm like, oh my goodness. I think the whole idea of data mining and data theft to me is crazy because, and maybe it's because I'm just so vetted and I just don't care about. I wish somebody would steal my credit rating. The worst app to ever use is Messenger, as any cyber person who went to college, and still it is. What are you messaging that you're so that you're so like I say, like I say, what are you all up? What do I'm the convicted felon, but what are you all up to that this is really a issue? That's why I be wondering. I be just wondering. I was like, what are they up to that y'all engaged in black market that I feel left out? I was like, what like some Chinese company is getting there and saying the Chinese government is sitting around saying yes. Our plans for world domination, because we have data on Americans, is almost at hand. It don't sound crazy. Our plan for world domination. See, I think the fear, but I think the legitimate fear is that because I'm not easily manipulated by social media or anybody, I don't see how other people are so easily manipulated by it. And maybe that's a me problem. But I won't be, yeah, you can't blackmail me with my data. You'd be like, well, on this day in 2010, I don't know. I got to go back. Let's say someone brings up something 24 years ago. 2020, you were on Cornhub. Let's just say, they say that. You were on Cornhub. And I'll say, yeah. And in 1978, I was in Playboy. Yeah, I did that. It's like, you can't beat me exposing something like that. I was like, yeah, okay. I read articles in Playboy, and that's the only reason I looked at it is for the articles. Well, really, it's another magazine, but I can't say the name of it because but Playboy, you get the idea. But this was something totally different. Even I think the only writing it had in there were the stats and a little. Oh, and I like puppies, something like. And that's like 1978, 79, right? I'm like 12 years old. And it's like, that's the same thing to me. So when I hear this and people talk about, well, they got your data, I was like, okay, they got my credit card numbers. Trust me, you all you're gonna do is get a lot of charges for hotel rooms for those who have to be homeless. It's like, what you gonna do? Gonna tell, hey, tell my significant he has a lot of hotel charges and this and she goes, hey, yeah, I have him on my card too. What do you mean? I know where he was at that night. He was in that room in his man cave. It's like I just don't get it. So I just want somebody to tell me, what the big deal is. I just be wanting. I just be listening to people and they be talking about this. I say, and I'm not talking about if you hold a secret security clearance and you are downloading nuclear codes onto your phone, which if nobody sees the problem with that in the first place, then yeah, that's a problem. I say, well, they can have access to your phone. What you gonna do? Call some of my friends? You can't call my friends and pretend to be me. He's like, look, it'd be like Summerby. T. Nathan has never been this nice on the phone. You're not T. Nathan. you know, I just be wondering. I'm not, but I deleted when I knew what it was. Black market cat means. The Chinese people are so happy to see the Americans, though. Yeah, they are. Now I can believe I believe that they are happy to see the Americans because they think because the idea of freedom is foreign to you. Right. The idea of suppression is a thing. And to realize that this app is only doing this now because, they're not like TikTok and paying out or doing advertisers. They're actually happy because they get to charge more to their advertisers while you all are learning Mandarin. Look, ain't nothing wrong with it. Look, do you? But I do admit that this is a little crazy, but it's par for the course. And in the course of protesting and all, and watching pseudo protests, I will say this is par for the course. This is par for the course for Americans protesting. Is this just like say, well, I was only in the frying pan, but I thought I'd jump into the fire, and then and I'm gonna tell you the borderline black facing of Chinese culture is amazing to me to watch. The filter that people are using to justify them, or talk about they're going to Red Note where these perfectly different featured people are using a filter to slide across them and make them accidental looking is is rich to me because it's the definition of minstrel show blackfacing, and I'll be like, yeah, yeah. Did y'all think this through? Think this through? Because it's being played for entertainment. What were minstrel shows? What was blackface? It was the belittlement of black people for entertainment purposes. So I'm literally watching people that are supposed to be so social conscious use this filter, talking about they're going to Red Note and they're using this filter, and I'm like, did you all think this through? Did you think this through? That'd be like using a filter. That'd be like an app in Nigeria, and you get on it and you use a filter that turns you black because you're using a filter for you on an app in Nigeria. Are you taking cultural dress and outfits for entertainment purposes? But no one thinks this through, right? Nobody. It just doesn't dawn on anybody but me. And then oh, you're taking it too seriously. It's digital fishing. It's literally, you're literally doing the same thing we have been complaining about people doing to belittle cultures. And now that you're doing it to join an app, it's all acceptable. Yeah, y'all need cultural sensitivity is not the strong suit that some people think it is. People now are trying to say, remember what it was, what is offensive here doesn't mean it's right. That other argument. I saw that too, and then someone was talking about, you go to the app and you can't do things. It's okay. Well, then what can't you do? Oh, I can't have freedom of true expression. Well, this is a problem because I stand against oppression. But cute cat memes. I realize people will sell out their idea of revolution for a few cats and some cute pictures. People will. People will support an oppressive regime as long as they make it cute. It reminds me of Rome and the Colosseum. It reminds me of how, as politicians worked behind the scenes to control Rome, they gave them gladiatorial games, and the people were so distracted by the gladiatorial games they didn't know they didn't watch the inhumanities that Rome was committing on the fringes of its society to citizens that they were just now conquering. That's what this reminds me of in all seriousness. And I guess that's why I will be probably be like, an island by myself and just watching it burn. Because at the end of the day, I realize that that I, most people's, most people's moral outrage is conditional on entertainment. Yeah, exactly. It's like when I listen to people say that, I'd be like, but you're fine with the injustices and fine with the fact that this is a Chinese government controlled app. This is not a Chinese businessman's app. This is not a Singaporean app that is controlled by a company like ByteDance. This is an actual Chinese state sponsored app. So any profit it gets goes to the Chinese government. So you're okay with supporting a government that is one of the leading abusers of human rights in the world, that have wiped out whole communities of Muslims and Arab and Islamic practicing people within its border. And maybe that's my thing. Joking aside, I know these things, and I don't understand when I hear people give justifications, and I be like, all I can think of is the blood, and I'd be like, so you're fine with the blood. You're not really here for the revolutionary aspect of it. It's like when I speak out against democracy and the way, but I also understand that democracy has to be a controlled burn. We just can't set it on fire because that fire is going to damage most of the people that we are fighting to protect. But our protection, Americans' protection, seems to be conditional to the point that we will complain about the things we go through, but we will support a government that does the same thing to its people and say it's not the same. And I just be wondering, how is it not the same? How is it not? Apparently, the Americans joined Red Note, made the Chinese news. It does. It should. It's propaganda. It works so good for. It works more in favor for the Chinese propaganda machine than it does for. They're literally laughing at you all. They're literally laughing at how stupid Americans are. But so that's what I think I get. I think when I look at it that way, I realize how stupid Americans are because in their privilege, in our ignorance, and this extends to all Americans. There's American privilege in the world. If you're an American, you have a certain amount of privilege, and with that privilege comes a certain amount of ignorance of other cultures, and they count on that. So I guess in the end, I see what some people are so fearful of because Americans are easily manipulated because of that privilege and ignorance. It is. Like I say, Americans know what fire looks like and they know they should put it out as long as it's not. But if it's in another country or it's somebody else's fire, it's like all of a sudden this idea of standing in the face of injustice doesn't take hold. Like I fight against oppression anywhere I find it in any way, shape, or form. Some people only fight about it as long as it is in their face or within their arm reach. Within their arm reach. Nobody finds it a protestable means to understand what has happened to the Kurds at the hands of Donald Trump when he pulled out of Syria and left them to their own devices after they had been staunch allies in a war against ISIS and Al Qaeda for over almost 2 decades. And it was like, oh well, they're foreigners, they're Kurds. They don't have they've only been in that area for thousands of years, but all of a sudden we think they are the invaders now, and then we left them at the hands of our side, and now they still fighting. Yeah, so I think these things just show me how most Americans are bullshit when it comes to um, moral high grounds of any kind. That's like that's like I was listening today. Did y'all listen to Joseph Biden's exit speech tonight? And I was listening to it, and then of course there was commentary on it. And one of the guys was talking about, but his legacy will be how did he put it? His legacy will have a blight on it that he pardoned his own son. And I was like, you elected a 34-time convicted felon to the presidency, and you want to talk about a man who pardoned his own son? You don't have the moral high ground. You don't have the moral high ground to talk about Joseph Biden pardoning his son when you literally elected a convicted felon to the presidency, and when he's sworn in on January the 20th, he will be a convicted Senate felon. you you're talking about corruption in office when Jared Kushner, because of his relationship with Donald Trump as his son-in-law, the Saudis gave him $2 billion. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can say it's a different planet for me. It is literally a different planet for me. Um, it is the extent, and to look at these politicians that are trying to ban TikTok that were on TikTok during their election cycle because TikTok was good enough for me to put my data in it to have a campaign page to reach younger voters. The hypocrisy is wild. That you had Joseph Biden, Kamala Harris, Donald Trump, and various members of Congress on TikTok campaigning, and now I just think it's funny. The hypocrisy is real, and then to have people run with it like, but it's the data, but it's not a freedom of speech. This is not a this is not a freedom of speech, and it's just they say, oh, it's in the interest of national security. So you're gonna get rid of Sheen and Timu too. You're gonna get rid of Samsung. You're gonna get rid of a lot of companies that are. You're gonna get rid of a lot of companies outside the United States. Because newsflash, the people who spy on us the most are our allies. You know how many Israeli spies have been caught in this country? Do you know how many American spies have been caught in Israel too? This is what gets me right. We will. Last week there was a Russian that was a part of the Wagner Group, and the Wagner Group. Yeah, y'all know what the Wagner Group is. I'm not going to insult you. So the Wagner Group, it broke up when Yuri was accidentally killed, and so he was caught crossing the border after receiving an award in Russia the week before, right? Yeah, I figured it out even before they said it. I figured out he was trying to seek asylum. They said he was found with a drone, $4,000, and two passports on him. That's an asylum seeker. That's not somebody trying to enter the country and do illicit stuff because you wouldn't have snuck into the country with two passports on you. I don't know. Maybe they don't watch enough true espionage to understand you wouldn't have snuck into the country as somebody whose face was plastered all over Interpol search list because they had just received an award in Russia, and you're trying to sneak across a border with facial recognition technology. I tell you, sometimes the privilege and ignorance of Americans astound me because they running with it. Oh, he had a drone and $4,000 in cash and two passports, and he was a known quantity to any international spy agency in the world. Listen, the man, listen, had just received an award. That's an asylum seeker. He's running from. That's why they can't. And it was like no one thought it was odd. They was like, well, he's been released, and we don't know where he is. So you think the United States government detained somebody that was coming to do harm that you thought was coming to do harm, and all of a sudden they just released him, and you don't know where he is in the country. Oh my goodness! Like I say, do these things sound stupid to anybody but me? That Americans think this way and it's normal? It is normal. They think this, and it's a normal thing, and you be looking at them like, we're doomed. We're doomed because y'all a majority. Y'all the majority. I swear, lately, over the last 4 years, idiocracy has taken on new meaning to me. If you've seen the movie Idiocracy, you know what I mean? Because I feel like that's what we're heading for. You will be putting Gatorade on crops and wondering why they don't grow. I really see that. The idea that it just seems like intellectualism is dying out, and especially marginalized communities. Black intellectualism, it seems to be a dying breed because I watch too many people on social media have panel discussions and they have no, they you can't rub them together and get one intellectual conversation to last more than 3 sentences. And I'll be like, do y'all listen to yourselves? And so, in that vein, sometimes I just be scratching my head. I be like, it's me. It has to be me. I'm the issue, not you. Not them. They're not the issue. They're normal. I'm not normal. I'm not normal. I probably should have went the way of Nikki Giovanni because that those were when I watched Nikki Giovanni, James Baldwin, um, Langston Hughes, conversations of great intellectual thinkers of our time. This is not it. Huey Newton. Oh my goodness. Listening to Huey talk, I wish I could emulate. I wish I could emulate the level of intellect and dissecting of society that he brought. I understand. I understand. Fred Hampton, 21 years old, and could run rings around. I don't know. So that's where we are. And I don't know how we got here. I feel like this is a setup for people to like Trump. It is. It is. And they will fall for it. And while they're watching the games in the Coliseum, I don't understand. And I'm not knocking entertainment, not at all. I like entertainment. I engage in bootleg movies. But I also don't live in a fantasy world. I am a blurred. I am all those things. Anybody knows you, but I also have discernment to say, hey, just because I like fantasy, sci-fi, and all this doesn't mean I get lost in it to the point where I start emulating it in real life. Yeah, I'm not the type that's going to go up on the top of the building and jump off because I think I developed mutant powers this morning. Yeah, it, it's not. So to see people that are so easily distracted by entertainment at the cost of the pain and suffering of the very same people they say they stand in opposition to or stand up for, it's amazing to me. The hypocrisy, the dichotomy, it's like and it's not just cognitive dissonance. I think that it's just cognitive dissonance, but it's a will. You have to have a certain willfulness to turn your back on the things and concepts you say you believe in the name of entertainment. I mean, and Reese would tell you. I know Reese will send me videos, right? And I will say, yeah, that video wasn't funny. And I don't. I know sometimes you're like, but just laugh. And I was like, I can't laugh at discrimination, or I can't laugh at you notice you've never seen me use the phrase, I'm gonna use it now to say I never used it, but you never seen me use the phrase no homo when something happens and I say no homo, and I see this and I'm like, that's so discriminatorily negative. It's like I can't give you a compliment and you gotta say no homo because number one, what? Why would I do this? I'm serious. A lot of these things, as a grown ass man, I be listening to, and as somebody who stands in opposition to the oppression and of the LGBT community, and I watch some of these jokes or some of these things, and I was like, that is so discriminatory. That's insulting to say that. Why would I say that? Why? It's like when people will be like, "Oh, your nails and this and you're gay," and I never have to defend it. I laugh at them. Because if in the end, what am I insulted about? I'm just laughing at the idea you think that's an insult. And you think it's an insult. I don't get it. Seen any spiders today? What's up, Chester girl? It was even blue sending hearts. Yeah. But and that's the thing. It's like it just amazes me. It amazes me that in the court, and that's why I say there's American privilege, and there's a certain amount of ignorance embedded in it. Um, and I'm just over it. I've been over it. I've been over it. I am perfectly happy um, to take my loved ones and Bella to an island and watch you all burn. And then when you come up to get me, I'm gonna say, but then this is what you all wanted because you're gonna burn. It's gonna burn, and it's going to burn because people first and foremost don't care about things unless they directly impact them. I find that people talk about they care about the pain and suffering of people, but no, they mean they just care about the pain and suffering of themselves. So they're insensitive, they don't read rooms and all this because if it's not directly impacting them, they think everything is a joke at that time. And then when it starts to affect them and the people that were doing the work, and you look at them and they're on an island somewhere saying, I did. I told you all this, and I tried to help you with all of it, but you didn't care until it knocked on your front door. Now all of a sudden, there's outrage. All right, I don't know what just happened. Guess I go find out. But I just went offline. Uh, live access and multiple guys will be restored on January the 22nd. Oh, conveniently. After so my TikTok just went down because of I think it's funny. TikTok just went down because of hate speech because I guess it doesn't like me talking about red note or talking about how people are it is not it's people reporting it. It's people reporting it and that issue. And it's AI on that level. That's why I say it's different it's different because it is an AI function at that point of people reporting it. And I noticed that Petra when I noticed I had a lot of people come into the live at one time and they left, so I knew they were there to report it. But you know me, it is what it is. I can also just go live on my other TikTok page because I will and we'll set that up if it goes. I always have plans. I always have plans, and then it's also about hey how invested are you in actually following following me? So that's par for the course. That's par for the course. But it is what it is. But I will be um no ads. All right. Well, it's also 11 o'clock. So I don't know. I'll wait a couple of minutes and then I'm going to open up. I'm going to open up. Hold on. Let me open up Twitch. I'm a grown man and I do what I want to do. I don't have. Don't forget to log off the radio. Yes, and I will be logging off the radio. All right, GCPR. We're about to go watch movies. We're about to go watch Den of Thieves 2. If you would like to join me, please feel free on Twitch. And listen, Petra, I told you it was about people reporting me. My live is back. They just sent me. I just got the approval notice right from my appeal that my live has been restored, and they said they may restore my live. So it was reporting. It was reporting. So what I'm going to do right quick, yeah. So what we're going to do right quick is we're going to um. Can you hear me? Uh, okay. So it's three of how many of you all are on Twitch right now? So they restored it. It was reporting. Still bullshit, right? It is. But see, that's a people problem too. That's because people don't like the message and they have too much influence and power. So it is what it is. Cam here. All right. Well, Ken, I'm going to log off and we're going to start the movie. So we'll give people time, Cam, to come in on the movie, text a couple of people, and make sure they know that we'll be live. Don't forget to log off. I got you. I'm logged off, Petra. No, I'm not. I'm just talking about being logged off. I'm still logged in. I see GCBR. Yeah, y'all wasn't meant to hear that. Oh, you was. Y'all know I'm just kidding. All right, catch you later. Peace. All right, now I'm logged off, Petra. I'm logged off now. So yeah, don't laugh. All right, all right. Okay, I'm gonna log off here and see if you all are still logged in. Cause on Twitch, if it kicks you, let me know what it does when I log off. Cause I'm logged in on the movie, Bootleg Movies. Tell me if it's. You might have to refresh it before you leave. Try refreshing it and see if the screen comes up with the movie.